let's see. I had the wrong time listed on here. So, uh, yeah, let me see if this is working. Not really sure. If you can hear me, say Happy New Year. Because I'm wishing you all a Happy New Year. Good morning. Happy New Year, Leslie, Louise, Gloria. Gloria, who left me one of the best compliments I've ever received. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, Leslie. Yay. What did you all do last night? We decided we were going to have Kentucky Fried Chicken. Isn't that fun? We don't have a lot of those around here. So we had to go all the way to Saugus to pick it up. But we had a we had a good day, a good night. We did it early. We didn't stay up late. And Mom was able to attend, and then a couple of friends came over, and it was really nice. We were going to play games, but we got so wrapped up in talking and stuff, we didn't even end up playing games, but we had a good time. I hope everyone else had a wonderful or quiet or peaceful new year. Today we're going to do a project. And actually, if I have time, I'm going to show you a second project because I won't be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have my chemo in the morning, so I won't be here tomorrow. So today we're doing a Craft with Sarah project. It's kind of a layered project. And tomorrow we would have been doing a project with Lori Whitlock because Lori, shop.lorywhitlock, is having a sale.com. Okay, so she's having a 50% off sale through today. So we're going to do a Happy New Year project. Let me just type in Happy New Year and see if it comes up with the pop-up card. Happy New Year. So this project is the Craft with Sarah project, and then this project is the Happy New Year pop-up that we'll do if we have chance, which I think we will. It's a pop-up. Okay, so just to where to get to these files. So the first file is coming from Craft with Sarah. Now these are free files, but they are not in Design Space. So that means what you have to do is sign up for her newsletter, which is a nice newsletter. She doesn't like over send news or anything like that. So when you sign up for her newsletter, you get access to all of her free SVGs, and there's quite a few of them. Something for just about every holiday or season is there. She has some really nice, larger than the matte kind of files. This one we did in the fall, Autumn Blessings. We've done this Halloween one. We did the Merry Christmas one. We didn't do the Happy New Year giant sign, but I wonder if somebody else is going for that. But today what we're doing is a card that comes, there's two cards in it. This one that says Merry Christmas, and then this one that's just a plain cardinal card. Now you can follow her tutorial. She does have a tutorial, then she shows you some pictures, or you can follow along with me. And that's what we're doing here. So that's craftwithsarah.com. She's from the UK, and she does a lot of really great layered projects. If you like layered projects and you like free, because who doesn't like free, check out craftwithsarah.com. And then if we have time, we're going over to Lori Whitlock's shop, which is shop.lorywhitlock.com. It's LORI Whitlock.com, and she has gazillions of them. I don't even know if we're going to be able to find what we're looking for, but it's a Happy New Year pop-up that I want to show you, and she's having 50% off. I think if you type in New Year or maybe new or year, you might get more Happy New Year stuff. Everything you type, when you type in happy, oh, so these are new. These are the slice form cards that she does. I prefer the ones by my scrap chick just because they open and close. But there's what we're going to do. This hexagon pop-up card, which you can get for $1.25 up until the end of today. I think it's Eastern Standard Time. So what we want to do here is whenever we pick up a file or buy a file, is we want to download it to whatever place we're at. So if you're on your iPad, you're on your phone, or you're on your computer, which is what I'm on, you would just download it. And there's always a chance to download it once you have purchased it. So for instance, in my account, I did a recent order. So here is what it looks like to download. I go to this arrow pointing down, and I just click on that. It brings me to this individual product page, and I'm going to download the zip file. Now, your computer might already open up zip files for you, but you can also do that manually. Mine, I think, does it for me. So here I am, and there's my Easter bundle that I just downloaded. Okay, so you can do the same thing with Craft with Sarah. And then once you've downloaded it, you're going to open up your Cricut design space. And you're going to start off with a new canvas. So I have something on this canvas, but it's saved. I know it's saved because there's no asterisk next to it, and that's what tells me if it's saved or not saved. So I can just come over and do new. Where is my new? Well, new over here. Sorry, to the left-hand side. The new. And now what I'm going to do is go to upload images, and I'm going to choose upload image, and then I'm going to choose browse. Now this brings me to my downloads file. So here is one that I purchased. This one, very simple. It's just a little saying that we're going to do a new bumper sticker, or a new window sticker for your car. And I like this one. I like this message. So this one is from Lori Whitlock. Okay, we're almost done. Don't worry about it. Go lie down somewhere. He's so used to getting all the attention these days. So once you pull it in, you're going to save it as a cut image. And you come down here actually and hit upload. Now all of your uploads will stay in your upload file, so you can go and re-get it. So in this case, there is our cardinal. So we're going to hit add to canvas and view, and there it is. So a couple of things I noticed about this file. First, I'm going to ungroup it. First is this, the card itself doesn't have a score line or sentiment there. And what I've noticed is that there are many layers. There's 2 green, white, and 2 red. And so the background layer is this blue layer. And then we also have a couple of little extra embellishments, which includes the face of the cardinal. But I want this to be a complete project. And I was just thinking, if I forgot some people, which I did on my Christmas card list, that I can just send them sort of not a Merry Christmas, but more of a like, hey, it's all over, but I'm still thinking of you kind of thing. So I want to go ahead and put in and shape a shape. And we're going to grab the scoring line. So here's the score line. You see it comes in, it's 2.5 inches wide. You can make it longer by pulling on it, or you can come up here to the size and make it 7 inches, because 7 inches is the size. This is a 10 by 7 inch card or an A7 card. So we're going to put that score line right in front, and we're going to grab both of those pieces and choose align center. Once it's centered, then we'll attach it. Now let's think about a sentiment. Well, there are some really nice sentiments that are artistic looking, and that's what I chose for this one. Although, and I want to show you where to find them. Although you could also do your own sentiment, as we've done many times before, where you just go and find a sentiment online and then just plug it into your design space. But this one, I wanted to show you where you could pick up some already like stylized images that are sentiments. So you can go to images and we can go to image sets, and a lot of the stylized ones are listed under Anna Griffith images. So so you'll see them in here. There's a number of them in the cards section. So for instance, any of these lace cards, Christmas cards, layered cards. If you go to layered cards, you'll see what I'm talking about. There are these images here. Now, what you can do, I'm assuming that you can do, is you can actually choose a draw only operation type, just like this. And it will, yep, it works. So it'll just show you all of the different all the different sentiments. So if you wanted to make this a sympathy card or even a birthday card, you can come here and look at the image sets and just go through and look at the draw only, which is over here under operation type. Okay, so so for this one, let's go ahead and choose the holiday greetings, because it's still the holidays, and we can just add it to the canvas. So here it is, holiday greetings. I'm going to resize it, and I'm going to place it where I would like to place it, and then I'm going to grab the entire piece, including the sentiment, and I'm going to hit attach. And now when I go to cut this out, I will have this piece that has both a score and a written sentiment. So I'm going to need my scoring stylus and a pen to do it. And then I need all of these colors. So I need 2 different colors of green, 2 different colors of red, one that's kind of an orangey red, because that's what cardinals look like. And then there's white. So, and then you need a very small amount of black and orange for the beak and face area. Okay, so let's put this together. It's really an easy put together, but just here to show you again. And this one I put thinking of you in there. So let's take all the pieces out. Actually, let's move this out of the way. Let's take all the pieces out so you can see all the pieces. I got a few little baby pieces there, so I need to keep those in check. Now, what if you forget which layer this has to be? Well, an easy way to do it is you either go back to your canvas and see how it's set up, and it will set it up that way, or you can look at your cutouts. The cutouts that have the least amount of cutout, which this has no cutouts, so that's the least amount. That's going to be your backing. And then you can go through and have a look at these and see which one has the most cutouts. So the next one would be the reds, just like that. And there is, I believe, I think it's the reds. Oh no, Rita. Yeah, I think this goes over the reds, but I might be wrong. And then we'll do the greens. Let's see if that worked. All right. This one's going to go here. And this one is going to go here. Yep, that's right. That is correct. We need some glue. So now that we have it all set up correctly, yeah, because the white comes through here. We're going to just start gluing these layers together. So we're going to take the back of this layer and start putting glue. Remember, when we're gluing, we're just putting just tiny dots. We don't want a whole lot of glue. We don't need for it to come seeping out from the back, which is what happens when you put too much glue. So I like a precision tip from my glue bottles, and I actually just buy the glue bottles and buy the glue in a large amount and then just keep refilling it. But I do have problems with my I do have problems with my things, my nozzles getting stuck all the time. So there are a couple of different alternatives out there, but it is something you'll always fight with if you like to use liquid glue. Now you can't really use like hot glue for these projects, is it doesn't get thin enough, and we want it to be thin. You could use a double stick tape on some parts of this project, but honestly, I really like the look and feel of using regular glue. Okay, so there's our first two layers. We can put it there like this. And actually, we can put this right on the back of our card. You know how I mentioned to you guys a couple of times that people say I talk too much. Well, I got somebody making a comment, "You talk too much." And I thought that they were just joking with me. Like, I think she was really serious. So I just responded, "Yep, I do. I do talk too much." I don't think that she probably liked that response, but I was thinking about it. I was like, I think somebody probably heard me, but they couldn't have heard me talking about it because they commented on a very old, a very old video I did. And yeah, I do. I used to talk too much, and I still talk too much. Oh well. Suppose I suppose if I were like really technically gifted, I would know how to do like fast forward and stuff like that. What do you voiceovers? I don't do voiceovers. This is the basic sort of like if you were on radio kind of a thing. You gotta, because you're live, gotta be careful what you say, how you say it, and you don't have dead air time. You can't have dead. It's called dead when it's completely blank. So I don't, it's funny is, it's things change you. And I think part of it is age, and part of it is, looking at life and going, why was I so serious in my 20s? Or, I was like so serious and trying to, be respected and blah, blah, blah. But when you're in your 20s, you're still pretty new to the game. And that's why I always liked women that were older than me, that you know, they kind of had a different perspective. And now that I'm here, I see, yeah, they do. Because, you know, a lot of life comes at you in a couple of decades, and you really do change your way that your outlook is on them, or most people do. So, anyway. I just thought it was funny because I thought it was a joke. And then, like, I immediately responded, yeah, I do. And then afterwards, I went back and I was like, oh, I think she was complaining. Oh, well, I can acknowledge it. Anyway, all right. So we're almost done, but now we just have to fill in the facial features. And I had the most awesomest thing I wanted to show you with an opaque white thing, and now I can't find the white pen. I'm like, duh, Rita. All right. I think I might have put this on this. I did. I put this top layer on wrong. And there you go. So I'm going to put these little embellishments. I'll put this on the correct way. And there's the other one. So up here in New England, I mean, people, who doesn't love fried chicken, you know? But we just had never, it just never had some of these national chicken places, and Kentucky Fried Chicken is the closest thing we've had to a national chicken place. And even then, it's like everybody loves it, but there aren't that many of them in the area. So the only place nearby was like some place like, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles away. But we were like, let's do, everybody does Chinese food here. I don't know if they do that elsewhere, but we normally do Chinese food, but you feel like it's their busiest day of the year, and they're rushing to make the food, you know. And then I found out there's a restaurant. It's quite a good Chinese restaurant. So we have, like, you know, street food restaurants. Oh, right. And then you have like a little more upscale Chinese. We take Chinese very seriously here in New England. I don't know why, but we are very, and I hear, I'm not sure, but I hear it's quite different elsewhere. But this I don't know, because I've never had Chinese food outside of my home state, I don't think. But yeah. So anyway, I love Chinese food. I like anything with noodles or pasta. But still, it just gets so busy. Oh, and this upscale place that I forgot to tell you, they charge on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Eve, a 50% surcharge. Meaning, if you spent $100, you would pay $150 on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. 50% markup, which unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'm like, that's ridiculous, you know. But, and my sister, who is the frugal Miss Franny, is so frugal. She was like, I'm not paying 50%. I'm like, it's only one place. It's not like it's every place. She goes, oh, but it could be every place, you know. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's not, but okay, what do you think we should do? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. She said, how about Cricut chicken? Yeah. All right. Everybody loves that. So she's one of those, I got a plan for everything kind of people. Oops, I put too much glue on the eye. So she's like sitting down and writing out what we're going to order. I love her. She's so organized. Me, I'm like, oh, let's just get this and we'll get that. And she's like, I just don't think there'll be enough potatoes. I'm like, I'm not really worried about it. Are you? I mean, she's, she's pretty funny. Anyway, I wanted to show you um, this really cute pen that I got in a set, and then I lost it overnight. I don't know. I got these pens. They're called acrylic paint markers. I think I actually got them from TikTok. Anyway, to do the eye here, I wanted to put like just a white, which is what I did over here, just a white dot. But because I can't find that one, I'm gonna put a silver dot so that maybe it can be seen better. And that is that card. So easy, right? Just a really nice card to have. I always find like at the beginning of the new year, there's always like somebody's birthday you forgot to plan for, or somebody unfortunately passes away or whatever. So I like to have it because I know there's a little thing about cardinals when angels appear, or something like that. So I thought that was cute. So as you can see, actually, I messed this one up. I have it the wrong way, but you probably don't even notice it unless you're picky, I guess. I didn't notice it myself. So here's our card. Thinking of you. Really cute. 5x7. Goes in an A7 envelope. So let's have a look at this next one since we have some time. This is called a pop-up card. Now these ones are slightly different than the ones that we've been doing with my scrap chick. These are from, this one here is from Lori Whitlock. And she did it differently. So I wanted to show you how she did it so you could understand. This is only the first time I've ever done her particular pop-up cards, but it was pretty easy to follow along. So the first thing that I did was I decided that I was going to cut out the Happy New Year in vinyl. So I did do that. So I want to get my my 3 inserts all ready. So I have, this is 2, and that's 3 and 1. 1 and 3 are exactly the same. So let's go ahead and put this Happy New Year on here. And I think I have to burnish it. So this is in vinyl. You could cut it out in paper, but I'm always looking for an easier way to do, especially curvy lines. And I found doing it with vinyl is an easy way, because a lot of times gluing something like this can be problematic, you know. So some reason, oh, there's just a lot to do the vinyl on. There we go. There we go. So we're going to line it up right up here. Happy New Year. There we go. Don't push too hard when you're applying, because sometimes it can peel away the top layer of the paper. Sometimes. It depends on the paper and the grip you have on your transfer tape. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes your paper can, the top part of your paper can get a little wonky on you. There we go. Happy New Year. And then we're going to get our stars. I decided to cut out different color stars. I did gold, silver, and white. So let's go ahead and do that. And then the next step that we'll do is the collar around this, which is this. So I don't know if you can see this, but there is a 1 cut out of here. 1 and 3. And the way that this is going to get together is that there is a big star in the middle. And then there's smaller stars. So I got a white one and a silver one. So there's the white, and the silver goes in the smallest of the 3. And if you have an extra one, which it seems I have an extra one, so I'm going to put it there. And I'm just going to glue these on. So did you all make resolutions? Every year I'm like, I'm going to get organized this year with my crafts. I hope that I can do that this year. That's something I want to do. I mean, when you sit back and realize that you have enough materials to make for decades and without having to get anything new. The only thing is that they just coming out with some really beautiful, they come out with some really beautiful new paper, you know, new themes and new paper. That's my problem. It's paper. And then, you know, then I suppose it's the embellishments after that. I just can't say no. But to craft supplies, I should say. So I might be fooling myself thinking I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to have any more. And that's, I do okay with that for the first couple months. And then starting around, I don't know, the late spring, I'm like, oh, what do they got coming up? You know, that sort of thing. That's usually when the companies come out with new machines and new materials and stuff. All right, so there's our 1, 2, and 3 done. Now this one here has a flap or a tab. This one does not, and this one does. So I'm going to just fold it. All right, and then let's do the collar part. Oh, I found that other thing. So all that you're left with is these 2 pieces and these decorative pieces of, that I'm calling for the collar. I'm calling it the collar. So I cut these out so we can put them on. That's all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and put these on. I don't know why this is a little messed up. So now we're getting into the meat of it. Owen is going to be graduating from high school, God willing, in May. I think it's May that they do their graduations. And I told him, all right, well, there's a few things we got to accomplish. One, we got to set you up for driving school. And so he has his driving school set up, which is very, very strict and very, very expensive. But the way they get you is if you don't take driving school, the insurance is super high. So, and it makes sense to do it with the driving school. And now the parents have to go and take, I don't know, a refresher thing. I don't know what they do, but I'm going to have to take a class. It's kind of funny because I don't even drive anymore right now, at least for right now. All right, so there's the collar. We're going to put that aside too. Then we're going to deal with the main piece. So the main piece has a lot of these dashed cut lines. So we're just going to start folding them. Make sure you get a nice okay. And then they get folded. The backs, I suppose that's what I would call it, the backs together. And then these pieces go here and here. Okay, so let's just fold that back together. Then he's got to decide what he wants to do for the rest of his life. I mean, talk about pressure. It's like you have to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life. I can't believe that I went through that and I didn't feel pressure. I was so determined. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, you know. And then, of course, that changed, but it didn't seem to affect me all that much. Just rolling with the punches. Okay, so there they are, these two together, and we're going to have our back piece put in here, and the middle piece does not get glued. Let's just put this, whoop, and then the number one piece. Now, what you have to do, this the reason why I didn't close it up, is that you have to glue 1 and 3 together on the flap in the inside. Okay, so we're just gonna glue here. This one here, I'm not sure if it gets glued. We could certainly glue it. Will it still work if we don't, if we do glue it? Let's see. Okay, so once we have that done, we can close this side up. I'll flip over. And I think that I would like for these stars to appear in the back in case someone turns it around. I did glue that on the inside, so I think I'll do that as well. So here's my 1, here's my 2. I'll take the 3 out for right now. And I'll line up this and glue it to the inside. And then the third one, put in the third hole, facing back, and we're gonna, this is gonna go on the here, on the bottom here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the tab itself and fold it like that. And then I'm going to fold it all the way flat so that I can get the correct placement right there. Okay, and then I can fold this up And now the majority, the bulk, I was going to say bulk, bulk, and then I said majority, and it's like the majority. All right. All right, so here we go. There's our, and you should be able to fold it both ways. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just training it so that it can fold both ways. The majority. All right, and then we take the collar, and the reason why it's called a collar is it's going to go around here. Now it's only going to go taped or glued to the front and the back here. So let's go ahead and put the glue on the back of that collar. All right, just to the big pieces. Then we're going to wrap it around. Put it on the back. And then we can glue it shut. And then our card is done. All right. All right. Now, I would recommend you wait just a second to make sure that all of that's glued on, but then go ahead, see, because that happened, but then go ahead and flatten it out. So you want to make sure you can get this into an envelope. So here. You should be able to fold it both ways, which you can here. And this is actually what I would probably do for this so that it stands up a little bit better. Or not. Okay, so or not. It is a pretty heavy piece on the middle, but it does stand up okay. So those are our two projects for today, one being for tomorrow. So I won't be here tomorrow. I have no, oh, you're talking to Deanne. Okay, awesome. I'm glad. I see that the chat is going on, and I'm glad for that. It's always fun. If you are new and you haven't done so already, please introduce yourselves, because people are here to help. And all of us are, apparently we didn't party all that much last night, and so we're here this morning. But we come here most every morning at 9 o'clock, Monday through Friday. And tomorrow being an exception day, I'll be at the clinic with my chemo at 7:30 in the morning. So I don't think I'll be home in time for the class. Sometimes takes a couple of hours. So think that's going to do it for me for today. Yay. Oh, Shirley. I talked to Shirley on Facebook, and she is alive, but family stuff is keeping her busy. Okay, that makes sense. I know she's got a lot going on with her family. Oh, I'm so glad that she's doing better. Thank you so much for checking in with that, okay? I appreciate it. Thank you. I was worried about her. And Bren and Dorothy. I haven't seen Dorothy in a while. I hope she's doing okay. So everybody, thank you so much for coming today. I hope we have a wonderful new year full of great creative projects and good health and happiness. I hope you have that the same, and those are my goals. That and organize my my computer, my desk, my everything. But I don't know how that's like perpetual gets put on the list every year. So anyway, happiness and healthiness and prosperity to you all. I will see you again hopefully, God willing, on Wednesday for another great project. And we'll see you hopefully after that. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye now.